Very shocking. What BTS RM never said. The untold struggle of RM. Today's heartbreaking in the quiet suburbs of Ilsan, long before the deafening roar of stadiums, a young boy named Kim Namjoon looked at the world through a lens of profound curiosity. He was a student of exceptional intellect, someone whose path toward a conventional, prestigious career seemed almost guaranteed. Yet, beneath the academic success, there was a silent, growing ache. According to various media sources and early biographical reflections, Kim Namjoon found himself caught in a painful tug-of-war between the stable life his parents envisioned and a burning, uncertain passion for poetry and rhythm. This was the first true weight Kim Namjoon carried, the fear that by following his heart, he was disappointing the people he loved most. He was a teenager hiding lyrics in school notebooks, living a double life where his true self felt like a secret he wasn't allowed to keep. When Kim Namjoon eventually stepped into the world of underground hip-hop as Randa, he sought validation, but instead, he found a new kind of isolation. According to fan archives and early interviews, he faced harsh criticism for his transition into the idol world. He was seen as a traitor by the underground scene and as an outsider by the mainstream industry. Joining Big Hit Entertainment as the first member of BTS did not bring immediate relief. It brought the crushing pressure of being a foundation. As a leader in training, RM faced grueling days where physical exhaustion was secondary to the mental toll of uncertainty. He was a rapper forced to learn complex choreography, often feeling clumsy and out of step compared to his peers. Media reports from that era suggest RM often questioned if he was the right person to lead, or if his presence was a hindrance to the group's perfection. The debut of BTS was not the fairy tale many imagine. It was a struggle for survival. RM stood as the shield for his group, absorbing the brunt of public mockery. In several verified interviews, RM has looked back at those early years with a sense of lingering hurt, recalling how he would stay up late into the night, scrolling through comments that attacked his appearance and his right to be an artist. There was a specific heartbreaking moment documented in the group's early history when RM felt he had to apologize for simply existing in the frame. The rejection was not just professional. It felt personal. It was a time of profound self-doubt, where RM felt he was standing on a glass floor, waiting for it to shatter. According to various media sources, the financial struggles of the agency at the time added a layer of fear that everything they had sacrificed might disappear before it ever truly began. As the world eventually began to shift its gaze toward BTS, the internal pressure on RM only intensified. He became the bridge between Korea and the world, a spokesperson for 6 other souls while still trying to find his own. The weight of global fame brought a unique kind of loneliness. In the documentary, Burn the Stage, RM's vulnerability is visible as he grapples with the loss of his privacy and the terrifying scale of his responsibility. He has spoken openly about the burnout that comes with being a symbol for millions. There were moments when RM felt like he was disappearing behind the persona, a feeling of being a small person in a very big room. According to verified interviews, he once questioned if he was truly worthy of the love he received, struggling with the imposter syndrome that often haunts the most brilliant minds. The breaking point for RM often came in the silence after the concerts. He has described the hollow feeling of returning to a hotel room after being cheered by thousands, a transition so jarring it felt like a physical bruise. Media reports and his own lyrical reflections suggest that RM reached a stage where he considered if the cost of his dream was too high. He felt the burden of being the perfect leader who never makes a mistake, a standard that is impossible for any human to maintain. Yet, it was in this darkness that RM found a new way to breathe. Instead of hiding his scars, he decided to speak about them. He chose to let the world see his fear, his confusion, and his struggle to love himself. This honesty is exactly why RM is held in such deep regard today. People do not follow RM because he is a flawless superstar. They follow him because he is a human being who refuses to lie about his pain. His commitment to Namjooning, the act of seeking solace in nature, art, and the small, overlooked things, became a lesson in survival for his followers. He showed that even when you are the leader of the world's biggest band, you can still find healing in a bicycle ride or the quiet gaze of a statue. His speech at the United Nations was not just a political moment, it was a personal testament. By asking the world to speak yourself, RM was giving himself the same permission he gave to others. According to verified industry records, RM's influence extends far beyond music, with his contributions to songwriting and his profound impact on the global art world. Various media sources have noted his significant donations to museums and music education, acts of service that he often performs without fanfare. His wealth and fame are documented, but they are the least interesting things about him. What truly commands respect is his humility. RM is known to be the first to acknowledge his mistakes and the first to credit his members and fans for his success. He has remained a student of life, constantly evolving, constantly reading, and constantly seeking to be a better version of the person he was yesterday. As RM moves into a new chapter of his life, his focus has shifted from the loud noise of success to the quiet pursuit of integrity. He has expressed a desire to create music that lives forever, not just music that tops the charts. His dream is to be a long-term artist, someone who can grow old with his audience, sharing the wisdom of his wrinkles and the lessons of his journey. He is no longer the boy from Ilsan trying to prove he belongs. He is a man who has built his own world and invited everyone to find shelter within it. The journey of RM is a story of a silent, persistent fire. It is the story of a person who was told he wasn't enough, who believed it for a while, and then decided to define enough on his own terms. To look at RM today is to see the beauty of endurance. It is to understand that leadership is not about having all the answers, but about having the courage to ask the questions alongside those you lead. There is a profound, heavy silence when one considers the sheer amount of pressure he has withstood. It is a silence born of respect, a recognition that while he may be a global icon, he is, at his core, a poet who survived the storm. And in that survival, he gave the rest of the world the courage to keep walking through their own.